If they can score 5 runs tonight, 5, 5, and 5. Remember that. Here's the first pitch. And Braun takes a strike. Crew scores 5 runs or more in this game. You get 5 burgers for just $5 until midnight tomorrow at all George Webb restaurants. Bolsinger into the hesitation motion, and the pitch inside. And it's a ball and a strike to Braun. Calling the balls and strikes tonight, Ted Barrett. He's the crew chief. Alfonso Marquez at first, Will Little at second base, and Paul Schreiber is at third base. 1 ball, 1 strike. And the pitch from Bolsinger. Swing and a miss, 1-2.
Bolsinger's got a unique leg kick, kind of a starts up with his leg kick, stops, almost puts it back down and starts up again. So it's I think it's good the Brewers hitters have faced something like this before, because it's a little unique, something you don't see every night as a hitter for sure.
Here's the 1-2 from Bolsinger. Down and away. Curveball missing. 2 balls and 2 strikes. He doesn't throw very hard, so he probably needs that deception, huh?
Yeah, I think anytime we see, you look up on the radar guns and the scoreboard and you see 87, 88 for those fastballs, there's a good chance you're going to get some deception with that fastball and something unique in the windup, something unique in the delivery.
Here's the 2-2. Strike 3 call. Throws him with a breaking ball. And Braun caught looking for the second out, and Jonathan Lucroy is coming up.
Well, there's a pretty good breaking ball from Bolsinger, and that's going to be his best pitch. He spins that breaking ball pretty good. His fastball's got a little bit of cutting action to it, so it's going to move away from right-handers and into left-handers. But like you said, this is a kind of guy that's going to rely on a little bit of deception and a little bit of trickery.
He's gotten the first 2 men retired in the Brewers first. Jonathan Lucroy at the bat and the pitch. And a strike over. Lucroy at .335. 6 home runs and 32 driven in. Just underway, no score. Here's the 0-1 from Bolsinger. And it's outside, a ball and a strike. Second in the league with that .335 average. Outfield step back for Lucroy. Here's the 1-1 pitch. And it's low. 2 balls and a strike. That fastball there at 90. And last month, that's about what we saw him at, around, 88 to 90 or so. Now, you saw him in his last start, actually.
Yeah, his last start Tuesday night in Nashville against the Brewers AAA affiliate, and he pitched a heck of a game. Struck out 12.
Here's the 2-1 pitch, and he left it up high, 3-1. What made him good in that outing?
He threw a lot of. The fastball was good. He threw a lot of high fastballs that the Nashville hitters were unable to lay off, and then that breaking ball obviously featured against the left-handers. Got a lot of swings and misses on that breaking ball as well too.
3-1 pitch, swinging a high fly ball right field, playable for Parra, shy of the track. And he'll make the catch, and the inning is over. So Bolsinger sends down the Brewers 1-2-3. Arizona coming to bat here in the first inning from Phoenix. No score.
Second, save 15 to 45% on men's shoes, belts, and accessories at the Brookfield.
Brewers turned away in the first. Arizona coming to bat. No score, and they're going to face the Brewers right-hander Kyle Lohse.
Well, Lohse has been the Brewers' best and most consistent starter, making his 15th start a year, 7-2 with a 3.00 ERA. Will cross the 100-inning mark tonight.
And he has been, time and time again, one of the more consistent starters, not only on the Brewers staff, but really in the whole league.
Well, ever since he's been a Brewer, he's been just a model of consistency, and he's going to use 4 pitches. And
his first one to Gregorius. DD takes a strike.
And like Ron Renicky spoke about in the pregame show, when he gets in that rhythm, he seems to just breeze through some innings.
Facing Gregorius to lead it off, Parra and Goldschmidt to follow. Ramirez off the line even with the bag of third. Now the pitch, a strike in there, 0-2. Gregorius at 250, a couple of home runs, 3 RBIs. Has been bounced back between Arizona and AAA Reno, where he started the year. Here's the 0-2 pitch. Inside fastball missing. 1 ball and 2 strikes. Oh, that hit him. Gregorius clipped with that pitch. And so he's going to take first base.
Well, it tried to go inside there, and looks like a little slider just clipped him. Not even enough. Jonathan Lucroy was still able to catch the ball, so just clipped his back leg, and no argument from anybody, but very difficult to see that it just grazed the uniform, looks like.
Yeah, that counts. If it hits you in the uniform. Remember those days? We would read about those players from a long time ago. They wear those big baggy uniforms. They get hit and they'd still take the base. Gregorius will try to take a base. He'll steal a few every now and then. He's stolen 1 already in his short time with Arizona. Got Davis, Herrera, and Braun in the outfield from left to right. Ramirez, Segura, Jeanette, and Reynolds from third to first. Jonathan Lucroy doing the catching for the Crew tonight. Here's Gerardo Parra in the pitch. Swinging a liner over Segura into left base hit. And Arizona with an immediate uprising. First and second and nobody out here in the first inning.
Well, just a fastball up out over the plate. Parra does a nice job taking it to the other field.
And the Diamondbacks, a couple of lefties to start the lineup. They've got 5 left-handed bats in the lineup against Loesch. Here's a right-handed batter, the dangerous Paul Goldschmidt, hitting .312 with 15 home runs. And the pitch. And a strike in there. He has knocked in 51. Working on a 10-game hitting streak. And leading the league in hits. Gregorius runs well. He's at second. Parra not a bad runner. He's over at first. Nobody out. First inning. No score. Here's the 0-1 from Loesch. Swinging a foul tip. And 2 strikes now. That fastball at 90 from Kyle Loesch.
We see Kyle just pounding the strike zone. One of his real strengths is that he really is, we talk sometimes we say that a pitcher is afraid of contact, and Kyle is not one of those guys. He wants contact, and he's going to always pitch to contact.
Now they're set. Goldschmidt waiting. 0-2 pitch. Just missed down and away. 1-2. And these days we see so many more strikeouts. But why would it be more of an advantage to pitch to contact?
Well, the real trick in that is to know, when now we got a 2-strike situation. So this is a situation where Kyle will maybe expand the strike zone a little bit and see if he can get a swing outside the strike zone.
1-2 down and away. Did just that with a slider, and it's 2-2.
And I think what Kyle has such a great feel for is that when to attack the strike zone and when to expand the strike zone. So he still gets strikeouts because he knows when to expand that strike zone, but at the same time he knows when he can make a pitch to induce weak contact and induce contact.
2 on, nobody out. The 2-2 pitch. Goldschmidt took a little low, and now 3 balls of 2 strikes.
Well, Goldschmidt, as the good hitters do, laying off some very close pitches and quality pitches from Kyle.
A low changeup just missed. Count full on Goldschmidt. And Loesch wants Lucroy to go through the signs again. Loesch is ready. Long wait. Now the 3-2 pitch. And he lost him, ball 4. And the bases are loaded with nobody out.
Good at bat from Goldschmidt. Kyle got him 0-2 and he laid off pitches just outside of the strikes. 4 straight pitches outside of the strike zone. And A little bit of trouble here in the first.
And Lucroy out to have a word with Loesch, who has been through this situation a few times before. Early in the game, Brewers going to keep the infield back, of course, here. You can turn 2 and allow Arizona to take the lead and try to quell the uprising a little bit. Montero, a left-handed batter. And the first pitch. And it rides down and in. Sweeping curveball, missing for ball 1.
Nice block by Lucroy there to keep that ball in front of him.
Montero at 273, 10 homers, and 39 RBIs. More of a threat than he was last season. Kind of the old Montero is back. Bases full of Diamondbacks, nobody out, first inning. A 1-0 pitch. And a strike in there. Got a slider over, 1 ball, 1 strike. Lead runner is Gregorius. He was clipped with a pitch. Parra with a base hit. Goldschmidt fell behind 0-2 and drew a walk. Now the 1-1 pitch. Swing and a foul tip. Good curveball there, 1-2. He is fun to watch, Kyle Loesch. He calls himself a pitch maker.
That's a good way to describe it. I remember sitting behind home plate with you in spring training and watching Kyle pitch in a kind of a simulated game, and it's just it's fun to watch him just make pitches and understand the hitter's bat speed and understand what pitch to make.
1-2 pitch. Another breaking ball down and in. 2 balls and 2 strikes.
And it's all done with seemingly so little effort. It looks like he's almost, we tell young kids to just play catch with the catcher. When Kyle pitches, it looks like he's just playing catch.
But so much more than that. Bases loaded, nobody out. Loesch sets. Here's the 2-2 to Montero. Just missed down and in. Fastball at 91. Now the count full and nowhere to put Montero. It's 3-2. Well, he's ahead of Goldschmidt 0-2 and walked him. Was ahead of Montero, and now the count is drawn full. Bases loaded, nobody out. And the 3-2 from Loesch. Swinging a fly ball foul off to the left.
Little backdoor slider there. Montero did a good job getting a piece of it.
As a hitter here, he's got to throw a strike. So what can Loesch do to try to throw a strike that Montero's not going to hit very well?
What the advantage Kyle has is hitters know that he's willing to use all 4 pitches, even though it's a count where he has to throw a strike.
3-2 pitch. Swinging a fly ball to shallow left field. Might be trouble. Davis coming on. He can't get it. Base hit. And everyone moves up a base. Montero with an RBI bloop single to left, and Arizona starts with a 1-0 lead.
Well-placed single there, just falling kind of in that Bermuda triangle between Aramis Ramirez, Gene Segura, and Chris Davis.
And he got that weak contact he wanted.
He made a good pitch there. Montero put it in a good spot.
He came inside with a slider and just got enough to plop it in there. Rick Kranitz comes out for a quick trip. Just a reminder, first 4 men have reached for Arizona. Diamondbacks have a 1-0 lead here in the first. Martin Prado is coming up. Prado at 278, 3 home runs, 30 RBIs. A right-handed batter. Digging a hole in the batter's box. Kyle Loesch trying not to dig too big of a hole here in this first inning. Here's the pitch. And it's outside, ball 1. Parra at third, Goldschmidt at second, Montero out at first. Loesch comes set. Here's the 1-0. Swinging a ground ball towards second. Slowly hit. To short for one. The relay is not in time. Fielder's choice RBI for Prado. Montero erased 4-6 at second. Farah in to score. Arizona leads 2-0.
Well, that ball just hit a little too slowly for Scooter and Gene to turn it.
So Prado with his 31st run batted in. First out of the inning is recorded. David Peralta, the batter. You get another ball like that, maybe hit a little bit harder, you get out of this inning. 2-0 Arizona. And a toss over to first. Prado is back. Roof is open here at Chase Field. 100 degrees at game time. Sun is yet to set. Ball was really jumping early in the game last night with the roof open. Here's the pitch. And a little high, ball one. This is the fourth lefty out of the first 6 batters for Arizona. Here's the 1-0 pitch, and it's outside. 2 balls and no strikes to David Peralta. Hitting at .328, a home run and 2 RBIs. Loesch at 21 pitches here in this first inning. Here's the 2-0 pitch. Swinging a ground ball toward first. Backhanded by Reynolds. Throws wildly toward short. Segura just gets one out. He had to be on his belly and reach out his right leg just to make contact on an errant throw by Reynolds. He made a great backhanded stop. They still get an out, but a run comes in to score. Arizona leads it 3-0.
Well, that's a heck of a play by Gene Segura. Reynolds elected to go for the 3-6-3 double play. Throw a little to the third base side of the bag, and Gene had to come off the bag and go back on the bag to make a nice play. I thought Reynolds may come home with that ball.
Considering Peralta's speed?
Well, just considering the sure out at home, and that
first pitch in for a strike to Chris Owings.
That double play is it's a difficult double play to turn, that 3-6-1 or that 3-6-3 double play.
And so a run does come across. 3-0 Arizona. 2 outs, a runner at first. Loesch is 0-1. Owings takes down low, a ball and a strike. Chris Owings at .274 with 6 home runs, 19 knocked in. Brewers going to have to play from behind tonight. Now they're setting the 1-1 pitch. And that's low. 2 balls and a strike. Let's pause 10 seconds. Station ID on the Brewers Radio Network.
This is Wisconsin's radio station, 620 WTMJ and WTMJ HD, Milwaukee.
I'm Joe Block along with Craig Counsell and Kent Sommerfeld with you from Chase Field in Phoenix. 2-1 looped foul off to the right. And it's 2-2 to Chris Owings. Arizona with a 3-0 lead. They're batting here in the first. A set by Loesch. Here's the 2-2 pitch. Swinging a ground ball towards short. Segura backing up. Will go to second to get the lead out there. And the inning is through. Arizona on a couple of hits scores 3 times. And they strand a man. Through an inning from Arizona. Diamondbacks 3, the Brewers nothing.
And $3.99 at Mills Fleet Farm.
Sports Central, weekdays at 6 on 620 WTMJ.
Second inning coming up. Brewers trail Arizona 3-0. Ramirez, Davis, and Reynolds are coming up. Brewers baseball brought to you by Miller Lite, the original light beer that's now back in its original can. It's Miller time. Ramirez with that great game last night will start things against Bolsinger. Well, if there's a silver lining, the Brewers fared very well against Bolsinger last time that they saw him. A bearded right-hander. Here's the first one to Ramirez. He swings and rockets one down the left field line, and this one is fair, a home run. Aramis Ramirez on the first pitch hits a home run right down the left field line, and the Brewers get one back. It's 3-1.
The only question about that one was fair or foul, because it was gone by a lot into the second deck here at Chase Ballfield.
Ramirez's 8th home run. Another Wisconsin Lottery Powerball home run. And he got one right down the middle.
I wish I could have stood and watched home runs like that. I was always in a dead sprint.
First pitch up high, ball 1 to Chris Davis. How many did you hit? Do you know?
I hit about 40 maybe, I think.
Yeah, that's enough. You couldn't have admired one or two of those. Here's the 1-0 to Chris Davis. There's a strike on a breaking ball over.
They were never far enough to admire.
That one was. And they got out of here quick. 1-1 to Chris Davis. Inside missing. 2-1. Davis can hit it out too. He's at 261. 11 home runs. 31 knocked in. He exhausted his rookie qualifications last year. 2-1 hit on the ground to short. Owings has it. Throws on to first for the out, one away. And Mark Reynolds, longtime Diamondback, coming up. If it weren't for some of these older rookies in the American League this year, you might be talking about Chris Davis if he was a rookie as one of those, 4 or 5 guys that, might be thinking, well, he's one of the best rookies in baseball. But he went over the limit by a few at-bats last year.
Yeah, he got some significant playing time at the end of the year last year with Milwaukee. So
here's Mark Reynolds. Swings and chops it foul at the plate, strike 1.
But the Rookie of the Year award has really changed, especially with the Japanese player coming over to Major League Baseball. For example, Tanaka with the Yankees is a pretty clear-cut Rookie of the Year, and hard to call him a rookie, but
here's the 0-1. Swinging the ground ball foul. 2 strikes.
By the rules, that's a rookie.
Or Jose Abreu of the White Sox, who has played a lot longer. What's he, about 26?
Right.
So it's interesting that those guys are just as eligible. 0-2 pitch. Swing and a miss. Reynolds down on strikes on a breaking ball. 2 gone. 3-1. Arizona leads it. Gene Segura coming up. 7 or more runs in any inning for the Crew is a Menards big inning. And that would make Alamé Flayhaven from Superior way up there. He would be the winner of a $1,000 Menards gift card. Visit any Wisconsin Menards store to enter. Beautiful up there near Duluth. Here's Segura. Batting with the base clear and 2 outs. Takes outside, ball 1. He's hitless in his last 12. Average at 243. A couple of home runs and 19 knocked in. Here's the 1-0 pitch. Swinging a foul back to the netting and a ball and a strike.
It's nice to get 1 run. I think it's for Kyle Loesch's just mind to say, all right, we're still in this game. I had a rough first inning, but the Brewers answer back with a run. It just kind of tells him, hey, we're still in this game, and I need to keep going out and getting that rhythm and make pitches.
1-1 is outside. 2 balls and a strike. Yeah, Loesche, a 3-run first inning. He's only given up more than 3 runs twice in a start all year. So here's the 2-1 pitch. Swinging a ground ball foul up third and 2-2. You kind of got to figure that he's going to settle down after this. And that may be close to it for Arizona. Brewers scoring 9 times last night. They have really, for a long period of time, been able to be a really good scoring team. Here's the 2-2 from Bolsinger. Swinging a liner over second. That's a base hit into right. This one headed toward the wall. It'll get there. Segura with good speed. He's getting into second. He's going for third. And he is going to slide in with a triple. Gene Segura with a 2-out triple to right center. And the Brewers back in business here with 2 outs in the second.
Good at bat by Gene, fouling off a couple pitches and then getting one of the gaps here. This has always been a great triples park. With that big center field, makes the gaps real big. And for guys with good speed like Segura, triples paradise.
And for Segura, picking up his 3rd 3-bagger. Tied with Ryan Braun for the team lead now. Here's Elian Herrera. Switch batter standing in left. The pitch. Swing and a miss. Strike 1. 241 hitter without a run batted in. He is hitless in 12 at-bats with runners in scoring position. Has a chance here to change that. Runner at third, 2 outs, 3-1 Arizona. Here's the pitch. Swinging a ground ball foul and 2 strikes. Herrera, though, has the advantage. You were telling me, Craig, he just saw Bolsinger in Bolsinger's last start.
With Herrera just recently being recalled, he was in the lineup that night against Bolsinger. Bolsinger did feature a bunch of curveballs to him, and I see the first 2 pitches tonight, curveballs.
0-2 pitch, up high, 1-2. Showing the fastball or the cutter. Now Herrera last night, a couple of base hits, filling in for Carlos Gomez. Gomez should be back tomorrow. Here's the 1-2 pitch. Swinging a ground ball and knocked down by Gregorius. He bobbles, throws on the first, still in time for the out. And the inning is over. Gregorius sweeping to his right and able to get Herrera to end the inning. Brewers get a run on the home run by Aramis Ramirez. Strandman at third. And we're through 1.5 from Arizona. Brewers trail the Diamondbacks 3-1.
They're made of the 19.
Really fun summer and maybe even fall. And maybe even a longer fall. Here's the 2-2 pitch. Swinging a fly ball back of short. And Segura drifting back a couple of steps. He's got a handle on it. And Kieschnick pops out to short to start the second. Mike Bolsinger, the pitcher, coming up. 3-1 Arizona here in the second.
One of the things talk about a lot is wanting to have exciting games in September and meaningful games in September. And certainly through the first 70 games, the Brewers have put themselves in position to play those meaningful games.
First one is wide, ball 1 to Bolsinger. Well, Brewers are leading the division every day by themselves since April the 9th. Over 2 months. The pitch. Bolsinger takes a strike. 1-1. Hitting at 200 with Arizona. Here's the 1-1 from Loesch. Swinging a foul. And now 1-2. You know, St. Louis, as they're getting healthy, you just know they're going to make a run. They've already made a run this year. The Brewers kind of withstood that. They got to within a game and a half, but that was it. Standing 3.5 back as of tonight. Here's the 1-2 pitch. Swinging a fly ball to right. Toward the line, Braun making it there in foul ground. And Bolsinger fouls out to right for the second out. Back to the top of the order for Didi Gregorius. The Reds have had a handle on the Brewers this year, winning 5 of 7. And Pittsburgh is flirting again with 500.
I think before the season we thought this was a very tough division. And you're right. The St. Louis Cardinals they're getting hot right now. They've won 4 in a row. They're up to 6 games above 500. And they're going to be a difficult team to.
First one in for a strike to Gregorius.
To hold off, but we are 70 games through, and it's and so far so good.
Ramirez in at third. Here's the 0-1. Gregorius fouls it straight back. 2 strikes. Our contestant tonight in the Potawatomi Bingo Casino Pays Big 21 contest, Amy McDermott from Verona. The total score of the game tonight adds up to 21. Amy, you're winning $5,000 from Potawatomi Bingo Casino. Here's Loesch's 0-2 to Gregorius. Swinging a foul back. My arms aren't long enough that time. And Amy, if you're a Firekeepers Club member, you get an additional $5,000 in Firekeepers Club reward play. Visit wisports.com to find out all about it. 0-2 to Gregorius. Curve missing down and away. 1-2. Brewers are on a pace to win 96 games. Every team that has won 94 games since 2000 has made the postseason. 1-2 pitch. Swinging a ball golfed to center. Herrera to his left. He'll make the catch. And the inning is through. Arizona retired in order. Third inning coming up. Diamondbacks 3, Brewers 1.
Have you recently gotten the cold treatment at home? You know, you do something minor and you're just frozen out.
Save 15 to 45% on men's shoes, belts, and accessories at the Brookfield and Port Washington locations.
Third inning on its way, and the Brewers trail Arizona 3-1. Loesch, Jeanette, and Braun coming up. 9-1-2 against Mike Bolsinger. First pitch to Kyle Loesch. He swings and grounds one in the hole to short. Owings gets up and throws on the first. One pitch, one out for Bolsinger in the third. And Scooter Jeanette will try his hand.
Chris Owings has shown some good range to both directions in this series already. Nice backhanded play in the hole. The strong throw to get Loesch.
Not a big guy, 5'10". And can make that throw. He's bigger than Eckstein, but you can tell he's got to kind of put a little extra gusto on it to get it over there. But he still makes all the plays, and then some.
He's done a nice job. The Diamondbacks kind of have two shortstops playing tonight. Gregorius is a natural shortstop.
First one to Scooter, and there's a strike. Let's play a guessing game, Craig.
Okay.
Yeah.
Let's go.
Scooter Jeanette's home run last night. How far do you think it was estimated at Traveling? The 0-1. Swinging a ground ball right to Gregorius at second. Backing up, fields and throws on to first for the second out. What do you say?
Estimated at 427 feet.
You're pretty close. 441.
Wow.
He hit a ball 441 feet for a home run to center field last night.
Well, I retract my statement from last night. I would have had to hit a ball twice to hit it that far.
Here's Braun. 3-1 Arizona here in the third. I said, Scooter, I said, with all due respect, that's the farthest you've ever hit a ball, right? I mean, there's a lot of guys, maybe you included, I'm not sure, swinging a ground ball up the middle. That's through for a base hit. Ryan Braun with a 2-out single up the middle, and Jonathan Lucroy coming up. That's a ball that maybe guys go a whole career and they never hit a ball 441 feet, right? I mean, that wasn't an unreasonable question, right?
No, I think that's nothing to sneeze at for no matter who you are, 441 feet.
He said he's done that before in the minor leagues. He's hit a ball farther than that. He goes, no, big leagues, yeah, but not overall. He's 5'10", but he's got those big forearms, and boy, he can generate a little power. If he squares it up, he can really generate some power.
And I thought last night it's just, a lot of times the balls that go the farthest are just.
Lucroy rockets one up the middle, past the dive of Gregorius, a base hit. Braun has to stop at second. And again, the Brewers getting something going with 2 outs, back-to-back singles, and Aramis Ramirez, who homered his last time, is coming up.
It's not that you swung the hardest you've ever swung. It's just your best swing. And I think Ron Renicky alluded it in the pregame show. He doesn't want Scooter thinking, I have to swing harder to hit the ball farther. Just put your best swing on it. And when Scooter puts his best swing on it, it goes 440 feet.
So would you liken that to a drive in golf?
It's very similar. It's not your hardest swing. Everything times up, and it's almost sometimes it feels like your easiest swing, and the ball goes the farthest.
Here's Ramirez, and the first pitch, and he takes an inside fastball for a strike. His ball went a long way, even though it was just down the left field line. It went just fair into the upper deck here for his 8th home run that extended his hitting streak to 7 games. 2 on with 2 out. The 0-1. Swinging a high pop-up. Shallow left center field. And it's going to be Peralta, the center fielder, who will retire it. And the inning is through. Brewers again threatened with 2 outs. Fail to score. And bottom of the 3rd coming up from Arizona. Diamondbacks leading 3-1.
Ends June 2nd.
Strike.
Yeah, nothing intention there last night or late in the game in a big spot.
Here's the 1-1. Swinging a foul back. 1-2.
One of the best hitters in the game on deck, Paul Goldschmidt. But sometimes the hitter just has to tell that pitcher, hey, I don't like getting hit.
You ever stare anybody down or charge them out or anything like that?
Never charge them out. You do stare them down sometimes because you don't like getting hit.
1-2 pitch. Swinging a foul back.
It's no fun getting hit unless you're Craig Biggio.
Make a career out of it.
Yeah.
Ricky Weeks is the Brewers' all-time leader. Camp out over that inner third of the plate. And here's the 1-2 to Parra. Swinging a ground ball, chopped toward first. Reynolds has it. He'll take it to the bag himself for the out. 1 away. Paul Goldschmidt coming up. Time for our U.S. Cellular. Text the booth. Your chance to win Brewers tickets. All you got to do is text the booth. Start your text with the word brew, B-R-E-W. And put your first name and where you're from, along with your question or comment. Direct it to me or Craig or both of us or to Kent. Send that along to 82783. First pitch to Goldschmidt, and he takes a strike. Again, that 5-digit text number is 82783, and you can go to WISports.com to find out more. Normal text rates apply. 0-1. Goldschmidt fouls it off at the plate. 2 strikes.
We got to get to some of those questions tonight.
Yeah, I overlooked that last night.
I'll help you. I'll remind you.
Okay, good. In my old age, I'm forgetting these things now. Here's the 2-strike pitch. Down and away, 1-2. Ran into today at the hotel, and I said I was going back for my second workout. That was a bad mistake. I only worked out for like a half an hour, which is actually not that bad of a day for me normally. I felt like I wanted to do more today. 1-2 pitch. Outside 2-2, so I went back for another hour, and
I took that as kind of a false hustle comment by you, Joe. I'll be honest with you. Hey, I'm going for my second workout today. While you were flexing, too.
Yeah. Well, I was pointing which way I was going to walk. 2-2 pitch. Up high to Goldschmidt, 3-2. Yeah, I'm already regretting that, though. That's overdid it. So that'll be my quota for the week now. 3-2 from Kyle Loesch. Outside, he walked him twice tonight. He's been ahead of Goldschmidt. And Goldschmidt has come back to draw a walk. A 1-out base runner, and Miguel Montero is coming up.
Well, I spent the afternoon watching a great soccer match. Brazil and Mexico played to a 0-0 tie, but it was really an exciting game or match.
I've never taken the time to learn soccer. I don't want to say I don't like it because I've never really taken the time to learn it, so I don't know that I don't like it.
I really enjoy watching. I enjoy the athletic skills of the players. It's
Montero chops it foul, strike 1.
They're really endurance athletes. I mean, they spend literally an hour and a half running nonstop, and their footwork is, absolutely incredible. As an infielder, and your feet were important, and how you use your feet and how you moved was really important. And you watch these soccer players and how nimble they are and how they get move in small spaces. It's incredible.
Goldschmidt not running. The 0-1 hit high in the air and deep to right. Braun back on the warning track, feeling out the wall. He'll make the catch right against the wall. Montero flies out to deep right center. Goldschmidt back at first, 2 away, and Martin Prado coming up. 3-1 Arizona in the third. Do you think I would like soccer because I like strategy in baseball? Is there strategy in soccer?
I think there's strategy. I think there's the way teams set up the field, and seems to be kind of a one team gets a tactical advantage, and then the other team kind of makes a push. And it was exciting, the different styles. And Brazil plays this really free style, athletic style, a lot of one-on-one plays.
The pitch, swinging the ball, looped into right. Braun coming on toward the line. He'll make the catch, and the inning is over. A walk and a man left. Soccer chat continues with Craig as we take you to the fourth. It's 3-1 Arizona.
Save big money at Menards.
620 WTMJ.
Fourth inning on its way. Brewers trailing Arizona 3-1. Davis, Reynolds, and Segura coming up to face the right-hander Mike Bolsinger. Sendik's Food Markets donates $100 to the MAC Fund for every stolen bag by the crew. When you see the red bag, you know it's quality. Sendik's. Chris Davis bounced to short his first time around. Mike Bolsinger called up today, starting for Bronson Arroyo, who was placed on the DL for the first time in his career. And the first pitch, swinging a chop foul, strike one. Arroyo has been diagnosed with a sprained ulnar collateral ligament. Now, I don't know what that means. Does that mean Tommy John, or does that mean just you got to rest for a little while? You know?
That means, well, that's the ligament that is operated on for Tommy John.
0-1, in for a strike. Breaking ball over, 2 strikes to Davis.
So there are concerns about, Tommy John certainly is a possibility, but it sounds like they're trying a conservative approach to start with. And Bronson Arroyo, really, I believe he made 360 some starts in a row in the big leagues.
That's Farvish. Check swing. Did he go? Yes. And Davis is going to be tagged out. Now he's out because he abandoned his effort to get to first base. So Davis strikes out to start the Brewers' fourth. Mark Reynolds is coming up.
And I heard Arroyo comment today also that if you include the minor league starts, he thinks he's made over 500 starts taking the ball every 5th day without missing a start.
That's incredible. Especially today. His last start, he was throwing his fastball around 80 to 82, topped out at 84. The pitch, swinging a ground ball, slowly hit up the first base line, cued in fact. Bolsinger picks it up with his glove and throws on to first in time for the out. Reynolds is gone. 2 outs, bases empty, just in time for the Brewers to start hitting. Here's Gene Segura. That's what they've been doing all series.
We've been to 2-out rallies here, 2-out base runners. And
2 outs and the base is empty in the second inning. Segura tripled. Was left stranded though. Catch up on all the latest sports, business, entertainment, and breaking news with the Milwaukee Journal-Sentinel, JS Online, and JS mobile app. Rip and a miss, strike one. That's really incredible. Arroyo, who for all those years with Cincinnati, facing the Brewers. And that's a big reason why the Diamondbacks signed him to a 2-year deal. His perceived reliability. 0-1 pitch, up high, 1 ball, 1 strike.
Well, he's been the most reliable pitcher in the big leagues over the past 10 years, but it catches up with everybody.
Age 37 now. 1-1 to Segura. Swinging a foul back, and it's 1-2. So Bolsinger gets the nod tonight, and Wade Miley was supposed to start tonight.
And the Diamondbacks just pushed all their starters back a day. They're in a stretch of 33 games in 34 days, so they give all their starters just an extra day in this phase. So Miley will be on the mound tomorrow night, and Chase Anderson on Thursday.
1-2, strike 3 call. Fastball on the inner edge. Brewers sent down an order in the fourth. Bottom half coming up from Arizona. 3-1 Diamondbacks.
American Family Insurance can help protect your auto, home, business, life.
Building a better Wisconsin, one road at a time.
Bottom of the fourth coming up. Arizona sends up Peralta, Owings, and Kieschnick 6, 7, and 8 against Kyle Loesch. And the first pitch, that is down low, ball one. 3-1, Arizona leads it. 3 first inning runs. Loesch allowed the first 4 men to reach, and that's been pretty much it since then. Ground ball right to first base. Reynolds will take it to the bag, and the leadoff man Peralta retired in the fourth. Chris Owings is coming up.
Kyle's gotten to that groove we talked about, kind of that rhythm of the game, and he's settled down, kept the Brewers in the game, given them a chance, just a 2-run deficit.
Craig, your thoughts on Brewers starting pitching this year? They have pitched more innings than any other team in baseball, and only twice all year has a starter not gone 5 innings. Both times guys removed because of injury. The pitch, bunt shown, taken for a strike. How much has that had to do with the Brewers' success this year?
I think it's a huge part of the success. There's so many things that it allows, and I think as much as anything it allows the bullpen.
A 1 pitch, outside, 1-1.
It allows the bullpen to work both as Doug Melvin envisioned it and as they set it up, and as Ron Renicky envisions it, and it allows them rest.
1-1, curveball in for a strike, 1-2.
It allows them rest, and it allows Renicky to use the guys in the situations for them to have the most success.
1-2 pitch. Swinging a line drive over second. That'll drop into the center for a base hit. Owings thinking 2. Herrera gets the throw in. It's on target, and it's late. He's safe. And Chris Owings with a hustle double. Kind of hesitated around first for a moment. And just enough to allow Owings to get into second with 1 out.
Well, we talk about the big gaps here in Arizona, the big center field. And when you play center field here, you got to understand you're covering so much ground that what seems like a routine single in another town can be, in another park, can be a double here.
And so a 2-base hit. Here's Kieschnick, who popped out to short. Arizona with their first runner in scoring position since the first inning. Segura sneaks in behind Owings. Owings has stolen 6 bases. He's not been thrown out. With a left-handed batter up there, Lucroy would have a clear path to throw on to third. First one from Loesch. And it's outside, ball 1. About knee-high to Kieschnick. 3-1 Arizona leads here in the fourth. Elian Herrera in center field filling in for the Gold Glover. Carlos Gomez. Likely going to be back tomorrow. Here's the 1-0 pitch. Swinging a ground ball to first. That'll move the runner to third. Reynolds will tag the bag and gets the second out. Owings at third with 2 away. The pitcher Mike Bolsinger coming up. Gomez taking batting practice today, and so a left hamstring soreness, but said he felt good today. So
I think Ron Renicky just trying to be safe with Carlos and trying to maybe just get him 1 extra day and avoid, something really bad happening and missing a couple weeks. And
Bolsinger, a big rip and a swing and a miss, strike 1. Now the Brewers are in the midst of 20 consecutive games and a lot of games away from home too, so it's kind of a stretch where rest is at a premium. Swing and a miss, now 0-2. Owings at third with 2 outs. Arizona with a 3-1 lead. Brewers getting their run on a Ramos Ramirez home run. Loesch's 0-2 pitch. Swinging a ground ball toward third. Ramirez charges, fields low, flips on to first in time for the out. Nice play by Ramirez. That ends the inning. 1 out double left stranded. Through 4 from Arizona. Diamondbacks lead 3-1.
Mr. Base
triple by Segura, but a couple of singles and no walks tonight. Why is Bolsinger doing so well through 4?
Well, he's certainly attacking the strike zone. No walks tonight. and just got that little cutting action on his fastball. So it's not a straight fastball. Like we said, it's going to move a little bit into a left-handed hitter like Herrera and away to a right-handed hitter.
The pitch, and it's high and off the glove of Montero. Ball 1 to Herrera, who bounced out his first time.
It seems to like the fastball into both hitters. Likes to go into the left-handed hitters and kind of get the front door pitch almost to a right-handed hitter where he causes him to jump out of the way.
The pitch, and up high again to Herrera, 2-0. Now, he's awfully hittable when the Brewers saw him back in May. But you saw him in his last start. Is this closer to what his last start was in Reno? Pitch, swinging a liner to second. In between, hop fielded by Gregorius. Throwing on to first for the out, 1 away.
Well, he was excellent in that start. And, that's a 2-0 fastball right there that Herrera can't get the barrel on. Gets jammed down with that little cutting action. So this is a guy you think a couple times through the lineup now. Now he's got to go a third time through the lineup, and let's see if Brewers hitters can make that adjustment to what they've been seeing tonight.
Kyle Loesch takes one up and in, ball 1. He bounced to short his first time. Brewers trailing 3-1 here in the 5th. Bolsinger's 1-0. Loesch taking a strike. Visit your local independent liquor store and buy 2 18-pack bottles of Miller Lite, Miller 64, and Miller Genuine Draft, and receive a free Summerfest ticket. Inside and 2-1 now to Kyle Loesch. Bases clear, 1 out, 2-1 pitch. Swinging a foul straight back, 2-2. A little bit breezy tonight. Here at this ballpark, much like Miller Park, there's a tall wall in the outfield with the roof. The difference is there aren't panels that can open and bring the breeze in. Wave and a miss. Down on the way, breaking ball, and Loesch went after it. Bolsinger has struck out 5 Brewers and 2 gone in the 5th. Back to the top of the order for Scooter Gennett. So the breeze, after playing here all those years, Craig, does it have any factor here at this ballpark? Maybe a swirl here and there, but that's it.
No, there's not much factor with the breeze. There are some panels that can open. They're almost like saloon doors on the big advertisements in the outfield. The 6 big panels there.
Swing and a miss, strike 1. I've never seen them open before. Okay.
But tonight, with the breezy night tonight, they've kept them closed.
Yeah, roof open tonight for the 2nd straight night. It was 100 at game time.
Well, of course, a breeze here feels like a hairdryer.
0-1 pitch, swinging a ground ball foul. Up first at 2 strikes. When we got a little bit of breeze into the booth, that's exactly what I was thinking. Someone opened the oven door, or yeah, I got the hairdryer. I don't use a hairdryer. I keep it natural. So I thought of an oven door, but I remember once hearing about a hairdryer.
Back in the day.
Yeah, here's the 0-2 pitch. Swinging a roller up the middle and knocked down by Owings. He gets up, throws onto first. Not in time. Gennett beat it out. And a sensational hustle play by Owings at short. Back of the bag is second to make a try on it. But Gennett a 2-out single, and Ryan Braun's coming up.
Owings is all over the field, ranging far up the middle, right behind the second base bag. And nice sliding play. Well, we got a 2-out rally here. Let's go. Let's get one.
Brewers have been doing it all series long. And Braun, the latest to try. Had a base hit with 2 outs and nobody on. In the 3rd inning, struck out back in the 1st. 1 for 2 today. Brewers trailing 3-1 here in the 5th. Now this is that 3rd time around in the order, Craig. Here's the pitch. And strike 1. So far so good with Gennett's base hit.
Braun's coming out of that little mini slump a little bit. Squared up 3 balls good last night and a base hit up the middle tonight.
0-1 pitch. Swinging a chop off the plate towards short. Owings has it. He'll take it to the bag at second to get the out. The inning is through. 2 out, single left stranded for the Crew. Through 4.5 from Arizona. Diamondbacks lead it 3-1. Bottom of the 5th coming up. Arizona will set up the top of the order. Gregorius, Parra, and Goldschmidt facing Kyle Loesch. Arizona has a 3-1 lead. You can count on your friends at Badger Mutual Insurance to make sure your auto, home, or business is properly protected. Badger Mutual Insurance, protecting people's dreams for more than 125 years. Gregorius hit with a pitch and has flied out. First one from Loesch. Down and in, ball 1. Slimly built left-handed batter out of Curacao in the Netherlands Antilles. 1-0 pitch, and it's inside. 2 balls and no strikes. I miss that he doesn't. He used to come out to Notorious by Notorious B.I.G. because of his last name rhymes with that word. 2-0 pitch. Swinging a high fly ball to center. Herrera and Braun converging. And Herrera calls him off, makes the catch for out number 1.
I like that little play on words.
It's one of my favorite walk-up songs in baseball.
Notorious Gregorius?
Yeah, right.
It's got a little ring to it.
Yeah. I just thought I looked forward to it, but all good things must come to an end. Did you have a walk-up song at all?
I did, yeah. Jimi Hendrix, All Along the Watchtower.
See, I wasn't with the Brewers when you played, so I didn't know. I'm sure everybody knows that, but I didn't know that.
And I never really changed it. It was one song for. Although I think I broke into the big leagues before walk-up songs.
Well, I was trying to figure out the other day. Here's the pitch. There's a strike. I'm talking with Darrell Hamilton, kind of when that happened. Do you have a sense of when that happened? Somewhere in the mid-'90s, right?
I think it was even later than that. I think it was. I think it was.
0-1, grounded off the toe of Loesch towards short and thrown on to first for the out. We'll see if the scorer credits Loesch for slightly deflecting that ball. I think he did. But Parra is out. 2 gone, and Paul Goldschmidt's coming up.
Yeah, I think you're right. Mid-'90s, something like that.
Yeah. Goldschmidt bats with the bases clear. A 3-1 Diamondbacks lead here in the 5th.
In honor of the World Cup, Kyle Loesch put a foot on it.
Well said. And the pitch is in for a strike. Yes, give Kyle Loesch an assist on that. Official score finally rules that he indeed showed his love for soccer, which one fan writing on our U.S. Cellular text the booth is the anti-caffeine. Pitch inside, 1 ball, 1 strike. Someone hating on soccer. I don't have an opinion on soccer. I don't know if I don't like it. This is what's you're looking at me. This is what someone wrote. The pitch is outside 2-1.
Some in the world call it the beautiful game.
If I understood the game, I think I would really like it. But I don't. So here's the 2-1 pitch. Outside 3-1.
I think it's a similar game to baseball. It's a very nuanced game. There's small little things happening that and I'm not a soccer expert, but I think there's things that happen in the game that are there to discover and things that make it a great game.
Goldschmidt takes a strike, 3-2.
And you can continue to learn about it. There's things happening on the baseball field, that your first time you come to a game, maybe you don't see, and the next time you start to see it, and you see even more every game.
3-2, just missed down and away, and Goldschmidt has walked all 3 times against Kyle Loesch. It's the only batter that's walked against Loesch, and he's done it every time. Well, if there's a guy in this lineup you're going to walk, Goldschmidt's fine. He's on at first with 2 outs, and let's step out 10 seconds. Station ID on the Brewers Radio Network.
Wisconsin's radio station and home of the Packers, Brewers, and Bucks. News Radio 620 WTMJ and WTMJ HD Milwaukee.
Miguel Montero coming up in the pitch. Took a breaking ball in the dirt, ball one. I'm Joe Block along with Craig Counsell and Kent Sommerfeld joining you from Chase Field in downtown Phoenix, Arizona. 3-1 Arizona. Goldschmidt at first with 2 outs. 3 first inning runs for the Diamondbacks. Ramirez leading off the second with a home run. Here's the 1-0 pitch. And a strike in there, 1-1.
Oftentimes a pitcher will go through the lineup before the game and he'll pick out a hitter. He says, I'm not going to let that hitter beat me tonight. And you're careful of that guy. And a walk sometimes to a hitter like Paul Goldschmidt is an okay result if that's what it has to be. You don't want the damage that the home run can cause, though.
1-1 pitch. And it's up high, 2-1 to Montero. Paul Goldschmidt now leading the All-Star balloting at first base. Leading the league in hits. And among the league leaders in just about every other category, leading in doubles. He's the only guy keeping Jonathan Lucroy out of the league lead. And he can run. And he's back over at first. And like we saw last night, he's a good defender at first base, too. Out of Texas State.
He's really all over all the offensive leaderboards. Runs scored, RBIs, slugging percentage.
2-1. Hit slowly towards second base. Jeanette playing in shallow right, charges and bobbles the exchange. Montero is safe. Not a routine play for Jeanette because he had to come in. But once he had the spot that he was at, Montero does not run well. He should have had the out, and he's assessed an error.
Well, Scooter, just a little trouble with the exchange there. Caught the ball coming in on the run, but when he tried to make that exchange to throw to Reynolds at first, ball popped out.
Jeanette's 5th error. And now 2 on with 2 out for Martin Prado. Goldschmidt at second, Montero on at first. Kyle Loesch at 82 pitches here in the 5th inning. First pitch. And a strike over. Prado an RBI fielder's choice in the first, flat out in the third. The set by Loesch in the 0-1. Swinging a line drive up the middle, base hit. Goldschmidt around third. He's going to come in to score. Montero trying for third. The throw is not in time. And it's an RBI single for Prado. The Diamondbacks lead it 4-1. And the error cost the Brewers.
Well, that's, defense is so important, and when you give major league teams that extra out, that 4th out, invariably some bad things seem to happen.
Brewers have been one of the better defensive teams this year. But in this case, the Diamondbacks cash in a 2-out RBI single. David Peralta, the hitter. Nice swing and a foul. Strike 1. That, and if any other runs score, will be unearned to Loesch in this inning. 4-1 Arizona in the 5th. Right-hander sets. And the 0-1 pitch. Swinging a tap foul. 2 strikes to Peralta. Oh for 2 tonight. Drove in a run with the fielder's choice back in the first. Brewers still out hitting Arizona, but they've been able to string base runners together in the first and now here in the 5th. Here's the 0-2. Swing and a miss. A good breaking ball down in the zone. And Loesch with his first strikeout tonight. That will end the inning. Diamondbacks get an unearned run on a hit and error. And 2 men were left. Through 5 from Arizona. Diamondbacks lead 4-1.
Wisconsin's radio station, 620 WTMJ.
Following the games on June 25th and July 23rd, seniors can stroll around the bases at Miller Park. Compliments of Independence First and their mobility store.
Brewers coming to bat in the 6th inning, now trailing 4-1. Lucroy, Ramirez, and Chris Davis coming out. I just wanted some airtime.
Attaboy, Joe.
I didn't even write anything down.
Attaboy, Joe. Now we know why you didn't need a hairdryer.
Yeah, that's right. It's time for our Woodman's Food Market's home run inning, and Jennifer Hain from Janesville is our contestant tonight. Jennifer, you're going to win the Woodman's gift card jackpot of $550. If a Brewers player hits a home run this inning and each additional home run, Woodman's adds $100 to the jackpot total. Visit any Woodman's store to enter. Service and savings. That's Woodman's. First pitch strike to Lucroy, Ramirez, and Davis to follow. Good bunch for Jennifer here in the inning. Brewers yet to really solve Mike Bolsinger. Here's the 0-1 pitch. And it's down and away, a ball and a strike. Let's look at some of our U.S. Cellular Text the Booth questions for today. How about that?
Let's do it.
Craig, this is from Hope in Fredonia. Craig, what do you miss most about playing with the Brewers?
I think it's what you miss most about baseball, and it's really the competition.
Here's the 1-1 pitch, and it's up high, 2-1.
And it's the adrenaline you get from, you know, an at bat like Aramis Ramirez had last night with 2 on in the top of the 8th inning, trying to get a base hit to put your team ahead. Those are the at bats, you know, the times and the adrenaline that you miss not getting.
2-1, and it's a little high, 3-1. But you get all the same great enjoyments of living in southeastern Wisconsin because you still live there. You get all the great stuff. You still live there.
Yeah, you're not, but you don't get at bats in the top of the 8th with 2 men on.
That's also the downside. Here's a swing and a high fly ball deep to left field. Kieschnick looking up, and there it goes. A home run for Jonathan Lucroy. And the Brewers have pulled to within 4-2. Lucroy with his 7th home run over the wall in left. And we have a winner in our Woodman's Food Market's home run inning. Jennifer Hine from Janesville has won $550 in the Woodman's gift card jackpot.
Well, Lucroy got a high cutter and jumped on it.
Another Wisconsin Lottery Powerball home run. Here's Ramirez, and he takes one up high, ball 1. He homered back in the 2nd. 4-2 Arizona. Here's the 1-0 pitch. Swinging a chop foul, ball and a strike. It seems with this offense, it's not a matter of if, it's a matter of when.
And it's been a good offense ever since Ron kind of tweaked that lineup a little bit and moved Braun into the 2 spot, Lucroy into the 3 spot.
Ramirez takes a strike away, 1-2.
It's been a consistent producing offense.
Last 25 games coming into tonight, that's almost a month. Brewers averaging 5.5 runs a game. 1-2 check swing, and it's 2 balls and 2 strikes. Hitting .282 as a unit. I mean, that's a long time to have a streak like that. You average 4 runs a game. That's in the National League. That's average. 4.5. That's really good. 2-2. Swing and a miss. And Ramirez down on strikes. That's the 6th strikeout for Bolsinger. 1 away, and Chris Davis is coming up.
Yeah, you're talking about a dangerous offensive team, and a team that's it's going to be tough to put them, you know, to go on a big slump, shall you say, with an offense that's that consistent, and it means that you have a dangerous offense. And I think the Brewers are We talked in spring training. I think we thought this was a deep lineup, and when you put all its guys in there, it's.
Here's a swing and a ground ball hard to short, scooped up by Owings. He spins and throws on to first to get the out. Chris Owings has been remarkable at short tonight, making a nice play to retire Davis for the second out. And Reynolds will come up with the bases clear. Brewers trail 4-2. Both times tonight they've answered an Arizona score with a leadoff home run. First one to the former Diamondback, and it's in for a strike. Well, Craig, you're right on. When the Brewers have their full complement of their three big hitters, Braun, Ramirez, Gomez, they're 22-11. Here's the 0-1 pitch. And that's down low. 1 ball, 1 strike. And when they don't, they're 20-18. And just missing one of those guys. Sometimes they've missed 2, and one time they missed all 3. That makes it tough. The pitch. And there's a strike, 1-2.
It's the heart of the order, and Lucroy has kind of performed his way into the heart of the order, but those are the three big offensive weapons, and it's hard to replace those guys when they're not in the lineup.
Here's the 1-2 pitch, and it's down low, 2-2. I didn't keep Lucroy's stats because him being a catcher, you figure, okay, he's going to miss some games, but he hasn't missed very many because they played him over at first base.
No, and if anything, I kind of see that as a positive, that only 33 times have, Ramirez, Gomez, and Braun been in the lineup, and still the Brewers find themselves 13 games above 500.
2-2 pitch. Reynolds hits it on the ground, 2 hops to third. Prado has it, long throw across the diamond to get the out, and the inning is over. Brewers get a run on the leadoff home run by Jonathan Lucroy, making a winner out of Jennifer Hine from Janesville. Congratulations. Bottom of the 6th coming up. Brewers trail 4-2.
Home of the Brewers, 620 WTMJ.
Get 1 Terrace Reserve ticket to a select Brewers game and 1 general admission ticket to the Wisconsin State Fair, presented by U.S. Cellular, for just $15. Visit brewers.com/State Fair.
Bottom third of the order coming up for Arizona. Chris Owings, Roger Kieschnick, and then the pitcher's spot. First pitch, swinging a fly ball foul off to the right. Strike 1. Owings 1 out of 2. He had a hustle double back in the 4th. Kyle Loesch at 88 pitches now after that first one. His spot is due up third in the 7th inning. Here's the 0-1 pitch. And it came in and hit him in the back of the helmet. It was a fastball, and Owings' helmet popped off, but he's on his feet. And the trainer's going to come out. Anytime a guy gets hit in the helmet these days, you want to make sure he's 100% okay. I hit him underneath the helmet, it looked like, maybe in the back of the neck. I think it got part of his helmet, thank goodness. Lucroy immediately went to his aid. No one ever wants to see that.
Fortunately, turned the right way, so kind of turned his back to the ball and protected himself, but always scary getting hit up there.
Yeah, the helmets these days, too, because they require the ear flap, there's a spot that comes down alongside that ear flap and covers part of the neck as well. And so because Owings tilted his head back, it covered the exposed area between his shoulders and his neck, and so it hit him in the helmet instead of in maybe the back of the spine or something. So that's very fortunate. Owings seems to be okay. He's on at first. Here's Roger Kieschnick at the pitch. Swinging a ground ball foul up first. Loesch has hit a couple of batters today. One was just grazing, and that time Owings got plunked. He leads from first. Here's the 0-1. And it's up high, a ball and a strike. Sartori invites you to try Sartori Bella Vitano cheese, one of Sartori's finest. Sartori, committed to making exceptional cheese and to supporting the MAC Fund in their fight against childhood cancer. Sartori, try some today. Toss over to first. Owings is back. 6 steals in 6 tries. Now the set, the 1-1. And a strike over, 1-2. Craig, let's look at a U.S. Cellular text the booth for tonight. How about Ken in West Allis asking, do you think that Kyle Lohse has a chance to be in the All-Star game if he continues to pitch well?
I do. I think Kyle's never been to an All-Star game.
Owings running. The 1-2 is swinging a fly ball to left center. Davis a long run to his left. Now Herrera cuts it off and makes the catch. Owings scampers back to first. 1 away, and Bolsinger will bat for himself.
He's 7-2 going into tonight's game. 4 or 5 more starts, maybe 4 more starts before the All-Star break. Chance to get maybe up to 10 wins. So he's definitely making a case for the All-Star game. And with the Brewers playing so well, they certainly should have some representatives.
I would think, depending on where his final start falls, Bolsinger squaring the bunt. That one came in up near his head. Bolsinger turned around for a moment. Things got a little tense for a brief second there. There was a curveball up near his head. That's the pitch that gets away from pitchers most often. A 1-0 pitch. Bolsinger bunts it foul at the plate. It's 1 ball, 1 strike. Craig, you said it. Lohse has never been an All-Star. Not even in his final year with the Cardinals in 2012. At the All-Star break that year, he was 9-2 with a 2.80 ERA and didn't make the All-Star team. Here's the pitch, and that one is in for a strike. 1-2. That was his manager, or then ex-manager.
His manager didn't pick him. Well, like you said, with the starting pitchers, it seems recently that the manager of the All-Star game has not picked a guy who's, for example, pitched on the Sunday before the All-Star game because he was unavailable.
1-2 pitch, and he tried to bunt. He strikes out, and 2 gone, and back to the top for Didi Gregorius. Craig, I'm glad you said that, because Lohse pitched on the Saturday before that All-Star game, therefore allowing him to at least be available to pitch in that game. And he was not called upon even then. Among pitchers with 600 or more innings over the last 4 years, basically guys that qualify for the ERA title, Lohse has the 9th lowest ERA in all of baseball over the last 4 years. Never an All-Star, at least not yet. Toss over to first, and Owings is back. How come we can't vote for pitchers?
That's a good question, but sometimes that consistency in this game doesn't always get rewarded.
Fair point. Pitch to Gregorius, swinging a foul. Even if you're consistently very good.
Well, it's just consistently very good, but the All-Star game seems to be the great, and then consistently very good. Like I said, it gets overlooked. It's certainly not overlooked by the Brewers and by Ron Renicky and Rick Kranitz, pitching coach, but
by his own manager. The 0-1 pitch, swinging a foul when he was with the Cardinals. 2 strikes to Gregorius. Thought that was an interesting snub. I'll have to ask Kyle about that. But this might be his year.
It'll be interesting with Mike Matheny choosing the pitching staff this year. Another Cardinal manager.
Who did manage Lohse in that 2012 year, but La Russa elected to manage the All-Star game. Here's the 0-2 pitch. Up high, 1-2. Brandon Kinsler is getting loose in the Brewers' pen, a right-hander. Losh's spot due up third in the 7th. And with the Brewers trailing 4-2 and Losh's pitch count at 100, you figure this is probably going to be his last frame. And if so, if it ends like this, he'll qualify for a quality start. Here's the 1-2 pitch. In the dirt, 2 balls and 2 strikes. That's a number like runners in scoring position that doesn't always completely tell you the story, but you know, pitcher's entitled to have that one kind of rough inning. Loesch did that, but since then he hasn't allowed an earned run. 1 unearned run in the 5th. Brewers very much in this ball game. So from that sense, I guess it's a quality start. Here's the 2-2 pitch. Runner goes late. A swing and a foul back off the mask of Lucroy.
I think quality is kind of the misleading word in that the title of that stat. We talked about, you know, going more the number of starts more than 5 innings for the Brewers, and really I think the 6 innings 3 runs is you kept your team in the game and you gave your team a chance. I gave my team a chance. That should be the name of the stat.
Let's see what the acronym for that would be. The IGTAC. Not as catchy. The pitch, swing and a miss. He struck him out and came inside and strikes out Gregorius. He has struck out 3 tonight. If that's Loesch's final pitch, he'll have an IGTAC for tonight. 7th inning coming up. Brewers coming to bat trailing 4-2.
TMJ for severe weather coverage as necessary. Again, a severe thunderstorm watch is in effect until 4 o'clock in the morning for Racine, Milwaukee, and Kenosha counties.
Bolsinger begins the inning at just 73 pitches. Here's the first pitch. And a strike in there. Bolsinger has not gone more than 7 innings in any start, whether with Reno or with the Diamondbacks this year. The 0-1. Swinging a high fly ball center field. Peralta back. Still back. Warning track. It's off the base of the wall. Segura hustling around second. He's digging in for 3. Here's the relay throw. And he is safe. A head first dive for Segura with his 2nd triple tonight. And he leads off the 7th with a 3-bagger.
Gene got a fastball on the middle plate. Gave it a long ride. Just short hopped the wall, and he was thinking 3 from the start. With that big center field, he slides in safely and gives the Brewers a good scoring opportunity here in the 7th.
2 triples for Segura tonight. Here's Elian Herrera. He batted with Segura on a 3rd in the 2nd inning and bounced out. He's bounced out to 2nd twice tonight. And the pitch is up and in, ball 1. Still looking for his first hit with runners in scoring position in 13 times this year. Now the pitch. Bunt shown and taken back. It's 2-0. First Brewer with 2 triples since Carlos Gomez did so last year. Had a pair of triples in a game against Miami a year ago this week. Now the center, the 2-0. And it's outside, 3-0. Lyle Overbay has moved out on deck. He would bat for Kyle Loesch. And Montero comes up the cutout dirt between home plate and the pitcher's mound to have a quick word with Bolsinger.
This is the only stadium in baseball, the only field in baseball with that little cutout dirt, that little dirt pathway to the mound.
Yeah, Detroit had it for a while. They scrapped that.
Buck Showalter's idea.
Well, they used to, a long time ago, catchers would come out to the mound all the time and kind of wear a path out there, and groundskeepers just cut a dirt path in there instead. 3-0 in for a strike, 3-1. So it didn't look so patchy out there. I always thought that implied that your pitchers were in trouble a lot, because that means the catcher has to visit the mound. Here's the 3-1 pitch. Swinging a fly ball, falling fast into center. Peralta is there. He'll make the catch. Here comes Segura to tag. The throw is offline. Herrera drives in the run on a sac fly to center, and the Brewers pull it within 4-3. First RBI as a Brewer for Herrera. And now Lyle Overbay coming up, the pinch hit for Kyle Osh.
Thought that ball had a chance to drop, but Peralta made a nice running catch, and throw was a little offline to the first base side, and Segura scored easily.
So Losh's day is done. 6 innings, 4 hits, 4 runs, 3 earned, 3 walks, and 3 strikeouts. Losh throwing 103 pitches and 65 strikes. Kirk Gibson has come out to the mound. That's going to be it for Mike Bolsinger. The U.S. Cellular call to the bullpen has been made. When the Brewers make a call, they started batting, pinch hitting Lyle Overbay, another lefty to follow in Scooter Gennett. 4-3 Arizona. Brewers have cut the lead to 1. On the pitch. And a strike in there to Overbay. Lyle Overbay at .221, 2 homers, 18 RBIs. He's 3 for 9 as a pinch hitter. Now the set of the 0-1. And a strike over. 2 strikes to Overbay. Brewers have Zach Duke, a left-hander, and also Will Smith, a left-hander, getting up in their bullpen. Here's the set, the 0-2. Hard fastball inside at 94, missing 1 and 2. So Bolsinger done after 6 1/3, 7 hits, 3 runs, all earned, no walks, and 6 strikeouts. Gave up a pair of home runs and threw 80 pitches. 1-2 to Overbay. Inside missing, 2 and 2.
95 miles an hour from Marshall, so a different look than Bolsinger for sure.
Marshall comes set, the 2-2 pitch, swinging a foul. Well, Kirk Gibson electing to use a right-hander to face the 2 lefties who bat in succession. Oliver Perez and then the lefty specialist Joe Thatcher, who retired both men he faced last night. Both available in the Diamondbacks pen. Instead, the right-hander Marshall. Here's the 2-2 pitch. Swinging a ground ball, slowly hit up the middle, and it's going to get through, a base hit. Lyle Overbay with a pinch hit single to center. And he's aboard with 1 out. Back to the top of the order for Scooter Gennett.
Well, slowly hit ball, but Didi Gregorius, couple notorious Gregorius.
He will.
4 steps on the grass, and Overbay snuck it by him.
Rather notorious play. No, just it got through. No, what a fun name to say, though, huh? Didi Gregorius. So Overbay on at first with 1 out. Here's Scooter Gennett. Another lefty batter. The pitch, swinging a line drive toward the left field line, and it's a base hit. Cut off by Kieschnick. Overbay hustling into third. He'll stand up there. It's a double for Scooter Gennett. And the Brewers have second and third with 1 out. And Ryan Braun's coming up. How about the job that Scooter Gennett has done in his short time as the leadoff man? Again with 2 hits tonight. 13 for 30 is the Brewers leadoff man, seeing pitches and coming through with some big hits. That's another $50 donated to the MAC Fund, courtesy of West Bend, the Silver Lining.
The Brewers with a great opportunity here to tack on another run and tie the ball game, or even take the lead with a base hit here.
Brewers have trailed throughout, down 4-3 in the 7th. And the pitch. behind Braun. Behind his legs with a fastball. Ball 1. And Ted Barrett, the crew chief, the home plate umpire, coming out, and he put the ball in the glove of Evan Marshall.
Yeah, I just don't understand that. In a game like this, a close game, a game that is undecided, to start doing stuff like that.
Threw it behind Braun's backside, sending a message, hey, you've hit a couple of our guys yesterday and today, but it probably runs deeper than that. The 1-0. It hit Braun, and Marshall's thrown out of the game. He threw behind Braun the first time. The second time he plunked him, and Marshall has been ejected. And the bases are loaded. Craig, I don't understand that at all. 1-run game.
Apparently the D-backs thought it was more important to...
Kirk Gibson gives him a fist bump as he walks off the field.
Apparently D-backs are thinking it's more important to even the score with the hit batters than to worry about what's going on in the game.
Kirk Gibson has been very outspoken about Ryan Braun in the 2011 postseason. Of course, Braun suspended for the biogenesis situation, and Kirk Gibson has never let that go away. And including tonight, he waited to retaliate against Ryan Braun specifically in a situation that would load the bases here with 1 out. Marshall gets ejected, and a long history of ire from the Diamondbacks rising up. We look back in this series, Martin Prado was hit with a pitch. I should say Gerardo Parra was hit with a pitch by Willie Peralta last night. He walked up first and stared Peralta down. And not with any bias, there was no intent. I mean, you kind of know when there's intent. Tonight, a couple of batters hit with a pitch. Gregorius maybe grazed with a pitch in the first inning. And then Owings got hit, but it was on a breaking ball in the back of his helmet in the 6th inning. Again, another one where you can't, you're not going to throw a guy a curveball if you're trying to hit him. So the unwritten rules of baseball, at their finest.
It's you know, there was a base open there, and so Diamondbacks thought we're going to walk Braun anyway, so we're going to hit him, and we're going to even the score, I guess.
I mean, if you're going to do that, don't fist bump the pitcher on the way out. I just thought that was.
I agree with that.
I mean, that was a little bit uncalled for. Well, Brad Ziegler is going to come on and take over here. That's going to set up now a little intrigue here for the rest of the series. As Ziegler is coming on, we got to step out on our U.S. Cellular call to the bullpen. U.S. Cellular. Over base stands at third. Jeanette on at second. Braun on at first. Evan Marshall ejected from the ball game. Ziegler got all the time he needed to get ready. Lucroy with a pair of grand slams in his career. He's already homered tonight. 2 out of 3. Here's the first pitch. And a swing and a deep fly ball to left center field. Peralta back, looking up, and there it goes! Jonathan Lucroy on the first pitch hits a grand slam to center, and the Brewers have their first lead. It's 7-4. And that's how the Brewers retaliate.
Well, that's the best revenge right there. Lucroy got a tough guy to put the ball in the air on, and Lucroy comes through huge right there.
Third career grand slam for Lucroy. Greeting Ziegler with his second home run tonight. Now Ramirez. He swings and skies it foul Off to the right and out of play, and strike one.
That's a fired up Brewer dugout down there, too.
They take their first lead and have scored 5 times in the inning. And the Diamondbacks dugout still, after tempers flaring a bit. And the Arizona bullpen again having a tough time against the Brewers. Another strong outing from a starting pitcher for Arizona. A 1, a wave and a miss, 2 strikes. And the Brewers bats again resilient. Lucroy with 5 RBIs tonight. Here's the 0-2 pitch. And a curve, strike 3 call, got on the inner edge. Ziegler strikes out Ramirez looking for the second out. And Chris Davis 0 for 3 coming up. 7-4. Brewers have taken the lead with a 5-run 7th. And 18,148 quieted the pitch and a strike. Oh, so 3 of those runs are charged to Evan Marshall, who did not retire a batter. He allowed 2 hits and hit a batter. Here's the 0-1 to Chris Davis. Swing and a miss, strike 2.
We talked about Kyle Osh gives up 3 in the first, but then only gives up 1 unearned run the rest of the way, and the Brewers' bats just kind of kept chipping away, and it just felt like the Brewers were going to make a comeback.
0-2 pitch. Davis takes strike 3 on a low fastball, and the inning is over. But now Loesch in line to win if the Brewers can hold on. They score 5 times in the 7th, capped by the grand slam by Jonathan Lucroy. Our 7th inning stretch presented by United Association. Brewers 7, Arizona 4.
Sartori, Sarvecchia.
Our 7th inning stretch presented by United Association, Union of Plumbers, Fitters, Welders, and Service Technicians. Quality training, advanced skills, and career opportunities. Join the UA. Go to UA.org. 7-4. Brewers have taken their first lead, and they're going to turn to the lefty, Will Smith.
Smith on for his 37th appearance of the season. 1.10 ERA in 32 2/3 innings. Pitched a scoreless inning in last night's ball game.
And he'll face the lefty Parra, Goldschmidt, and then another lefty, Miguel Montero, here in the 7th inning. Brewers leading 7-4. And the pitch. And a strike after Lucroy's grand slam. A second Wisconsin Lottery Powerball home run of the night. Parra is 1 for 3. He singled back in the first. Lefty deals. Swinging a ground ball slapped toward short. Segura scoops it up, snow cones it, and throws on to first for the out, 1 away. And because the Brewers have scored 5 or more runs again here tonight, that means you get 5 burgers for $5 until midnight tomorrow at all George Webb restaurants. Goldschmidt the batter, and facing Kyle Loesch, he walked all 3 times. Right-handed batter. And the first pitch. And he missed outside, ball 1. Sunshine, summertime, and a grill full of Usinger's brats. Does it get any better than that? Starting to warm up for good now, even along the lakefront. Here's the 1-0 pitch. And there's a strike, 1-1. It doesn't get any better than Usinger's. The brats don't, that's for sure. Made right in Milwaukee. Choice meats, imported spices. They do it well, and they do it right. Here's the 1-1 pitch. And it's low. 2 balls and a strike. Don't waste your time anywhere else. You already know what's best. When you're going for brats, go for Usinger's. Truly America's finest sausage. Here's the 2-1 pitch. Swinging a fly ball deep to center. Herrera to his left. He'll make the catch. And 2 are retired in the Arizona 7th. And now Miguel Montero is coming up. 7-4 Brewers. Craig, we were talking about how Kyle Loesch has never been an all-star. Here in Smith's first season with the Brewers, well, he's making a chance for himself to maybe be in that game.
Yeah, he really is. I think with the, because that all-star game counts, managers are more likely to use some matchups late in the game.
First pitch, got a wave and a miss, strike one.
And, relief pitchers have been included in the last couple all-star rosters. Not just closers relief pitching, but middle relief pitchers.
And the way that he's been so good against lefties, you could just see in that game needing a specialist. Here's the 0-1 pitch. Swinging a foul back, 2 strikes. Maybe he could be that guy. If he keeps pitching like this, he should be.
Well, he certainly performed like an all-star for the Brewers.
Will Smith has struck out almost half of the lefties he's faced. 0-2 pitch, swing and a miss. There's another. He struck out Montero last night. He does so again today. He retires Arizona in order in the 7th. 8th inning coming up. It's the Brewers leading Arizona 7-4.
Good roads save lives. Last year, Wisconsin recorded the fewest number of fatalities on its roadways in nearly 70 years.
Milwaukee Brewers baseball and Miller Lite. It's Miller time.
Sports Central, weekdays at 6 on 620 WTMJ.
Eighth inning coming up. Brewers leading the Diamondbacks 7-4. And Brewers sending up Reynolds, Segura, and Herrera due up against right-hander Randall Delgado.
Delgado on for his 21st appearance of the year. 1-1 record and a 6.67 ERA. Has started some games for the Diamondbacks in the past, but a full-time reliever this year. Or, excuse me, 2 games started this year.
And Brandon Kinsler now getting up in the Brewers bullpen. Brad Ziegler went 2/3 of an inning, gave up a hit. That was the grand slam by Lucroy. A run, no walks, 2 strikeouts on 7 pitches. The other 3 runs on that grand slam credited to Evan Marshall, who has been ejected from the game. Mark Reynolds 0 for 3 against his former club. Brewers lead 7-4. They were trailing 3-0 from the outset. Here's the pitch and a strike over. 6 of their 7 runs coming on the home run ball. Solo home runs by Ramirez and Lucroy early. And Leon Herrera brought the Brewers to within a run with a sac fly. And then the big fly by Lucroy, the grand slam. Put the Brewers ahead for the first time tonight. Ball and a strike to Reynolds. Craig, do you think that, and it's hard to predict these things, I know, but do you think that after what we've seen that with the hit batters and such that it'll calm down here the rest of the series? 1-1 hit high and deep down the left field line. And this one is curling, and this one is foul. High fly ball. Well out of here, but just a bit foul. And it's a long, loud strike to Reynolds, 1-2.
I think we won't see any more of this. I think it's, the Diamondbacks thought they had to even the score a little bit with the hit batters, and hopefully it's over and we just back to playing baseball here.
Here's the 1-2 pitch. Down and away, 2-2. Kind of the gentleman's agreement, right? I mean, but in a case where one team gets hit with a pitch more often than the other, even if it's unintentional, it seems like, and it's not just the Diamondbacks. I'm not picking on one team here. The 2-2 pitch, swing and a miss. Reynolds strikes out to start the 8th, and Gene Segura will come up. Oh, it's been kind of like that as long as I know. And why do you think that is?
Well, it's the manager and it's the pitchers on the team protecting the hitters, and it's an unwritten rule. It's a strange unwritten rule. It's almost unexplainable at times, but it's
Here's the first one to Segura, and he takes outside ball 1.
It's the eye for an eye mentality, really, and it's always existed in baseball. You're right.
I'm with you. I hope the score is settled. And I hope both teams can still pitch inside without worry. The 1-0 is inside, 2-0. Really like how the umpires handled it. After that one pitch went behind Braun, Ted Barrett came out, put the ball in the glove of the rookie right-hander Evan Marshall. Probably told him, hey, that's on purpose, no more of that, or something of that nature. Here's the 2-0 pitch, and that's low, 3-0. And then when he did hit him, tossed him out, and that was it.
Yeah, no, it needed. Barrett didn't, issue any official warnings, but he did have a little chat with Evan Marshall. And
here's the 3-0 pitch. And there's a strike, 3-1.
He understood and read the situation well.
Not to add any fuel to the fire, just try to extinguish it. And good umpires do that, and he just did that. 3-1, a swing and a pop-up. Segura coming down to one knee on that swing, and that's down the right field line. Gregorius way out there to make the catch. Segura bidding to be the first Brewer with 3 triples in a game. Pops out to second. 2 gone, and Elian Herrera will come to bat. Drove in his first run as a Brewer with a sac fly in the 7th. Ricky Weeks has moved out on deck. If the inning continues, he would bat for Will Smith. 7-4 Brewers lead here in the 8th inning. Kinsler still loosening. He would likely pitch the 8th. And if the Brewers can keep that advantage, K-Rod fresh and ready for the 9th. The pitch down and away, ball 1. From Randall Delgado, former Brave. Prado playing in and off the line at third. The pitch. Swing and a miss. Strike 1. And 1 ball, 1 strike.
Delgado going with the change up there. That's his best off-speed pitch.
Now the pitch. And it skips up there. And 2 balls and a strike now. Let's pause 10 seconds for station ID on the Brewers Radio Network.
This is Wisconsin's radio station, 620 WTMJ and WTMJ HD, Milwaukee.
Two and one to Elian Herrera. The pitch. Swinging a foul back, 2-2. I'm Joe Block along with Craig Counsell and Kent Sommerfeld with you from Chase Field in Phoenix. Brewers now have a 7-4 lead. Grand slam by Jonathan Lucroy. He's driven in 5 tonight. Not a career best. Lucroy has driven in 7 twice. Here's the 2-2 pitch. Swing and a miss. Herrera strikes out. That fastball at 94 from Delgado. And he retires the Brewers in order in the 8th. Bottom half coming up. Brewers leading Arizona 7-4.
Now back to the Brewers.
After Braun was hit to load the bases, Evan Marshall was ejected. Brad Ziegler came on. In the very next pitch, the Brewers take their first lead.
And tonight's a good example of Kyle Loesch gives up 3 in the first, still able to go 6 innings and allow Ron Renicky to set up and use his bullpen exactly the way he wants it.
The pitch and a strike in there to Prado.
So he uses Will Smith for the 7th, faced the 2 lefties, Parra and Montero, and their best hitter Paul Goldschmidt. And now he uses Kinsler with the 2 righties coming up in the 8th.
0-1. There's strike 2. And you know what? Even when Loesch was in the midst of that in the first inning, we spoke between innings. He said, didn't feel worried. 0-2. Strike 3 call right on the outer corner. And Prado strikes out on 3 pitches to start the 8th. David Peralta coming up.
That's the feeling that Kyle Loesch kind of gives you on that mound. That I know what I'm doing, and that air of confidence and that air of no panic ever. Despite a rocky first inning, you felt like he was going to put it back together and throw up some zeros.
And he did that. 3 earned runs, 4 total in his 6 innings tonight. The pitch, swinging a foul. And as the game went on, as Loesch verified our hunch, it just felt like the Brewers were going to still at least take the lead at some point in this game. Here's the 0-1 pitch. A swing and a foul back, strike 2.
And I think it's games like this that, you know, there's no math behind this, but it's games like this that tell you this is a good Brewers team. It just, you got that, you're at the game and you just got that feeling that they're going to come back and make this a ball game.
0-2 pitch. Outside 1-2. Yeah, you never know what's going to happen, but at least that feeling of that confidence that, hey, we've seen this happen before. We've seen the Brewers come from behind down 3 runs a few times this year. Swinging a ground ball rolled to first. Reynolds has it, flips to Kinsler covering for the out. Quietly 2 gone in the Diamondbacks' 8th, and Chris Owings coming to bat.
And I think the big thing is that, you know, we talk about kind of having that feeling, but that feeling's in the dugout, and that's the big thing. And the guys in there know it, and the guys in there sense it, and they're the ones doing it. So, but you kind of get that, you know it's in there, and they've certainly played like it.
So it is tangible. Again, there's no math around it, but it's a real thing. First pitch to Owings, 1 for 2 tonight. He takes a strike. Sinker over. Do you believe in that winning begets winning? Here's the 0-1 pitch. And strike 2, shot the outer corner.
I think winning begets confidence. And you need confidence. It's confidence. That's such a huge part of baseball, such a huge part of sports. And this team has confidence.
0-2 from Kinsler. Swinging a soft ground ball toward short. Segura has it, quickly unloads, gets the out, and the inning is over. Brandon Kinsler, a tidy 1-2-3 8th inning. Smith and Kinsler, nice job with perfect innings out of the bullpen. 9th inning coming up. Brewers still leading Arizona 7-4.
620 WTMJ.
Ninth inning coming up. Brewers looking to add to a 7-4 lead. Ricky Weeks in the on-deck circle. He would pinch hit for Kinsler. Then Jeanette and Braun to follow against Randall Delgado. Visit your local independent liquor store and buy one 24-pack of Summer Shandy and one 12-pack of any other Leinenkugel seasonal, and you receive a free Summerfest ticket. So Weeks will indeed come in and pinch hit for Kinsler. He also provides a scoreless inning of relief with a strikeout on 10 pitches. Can't underscore how the bullpen pitching so efficiently right after the Brewers taking their first lead, how that just changes the tone of things.
Well, you put up zeros after big inning. Just Will Smith's inning, putting up a 0, and quick inning after putting up 5 runs just kind of stops the other team momentum.
Here's Ricky Weeks, rip and a miss, strike 1. Weeks batting for Kinsler, hitting at .289, 2 homers, 13 RBIs, hitting .286 as a pinch hitter. Third baseman Prado guarding the line. Here's the 0-1. It skips up there, a ball and a strike. Brewers trailed 3-0. K-Rod getting up if it's a safe situation. If not, Rob Wooten, right-hander, loosening. Now the set and the pitch. Swing and a miss. Good slider again from Delgado. 1-2.
And Ricky's done a heck of a job in this pinch hitting role. This is 29th at bat pinch hitting already. So definitely Ron Renicke's choice to be the guy in this situation. And he's come up with some big hits.
Here's the set and the 1-2 pitch. And it's outside 2-2. Well, on that 2011 team, you know, having veterans off the bench, did you feel that that was a big help for that club?
Well, pinch hitting is a difficult job. It's you know, I think the league hits about 220 as pinch hitters, so it's a difficult job.
Here's the 2-2 pitch. Strike 3 call. Fastball right on the outer edge. Delgado freezes Weeks for out number 1. Scooter Gennett coming up.
And I think most often you see the guys that are most successful at it are veteran hitters, and really because they just have a better, I think they know themselves a little better and have a better idea of their game plans as hitters. And they're also willing to understand the lack of success that pinch hitting can have, of going a week without getting a hit and then maybe getting a couple hits the next week, or even a month without getting hits as a pinch hitter.
First one to Gennett. He takes a strike. Scooter Gennett, no lack of success lately. Another 2-hit night. He doubled in the 7th inning, putting runners at 2nd and 3rd. Also a single back in the 5th. Here's the 0-1 from Delgado. Swinging a soft ground ball toward 3rd. Could be trouble. Prado gets up, throws on to 1st. It's wild. Gennett is safe, and he'll head on to 2nd. And he will get in there. Probably a hit and an error. That was going to be a tough play for Prado. It is indeed Gennett's 3rd hit tonight. And then an error on the throw by Prado. That puts Gennett at 2nd with 1 out, and Ryan Braun is coming up.
Scooter just keeps on hitting.
And Montero goes to the mound, has a word with Delgado. And now Ryan Braun, who was hit with a pitch, that got Evan Marshall ejected from the game in the 7th inning. He's coming up.
Well, we're in an interesting situation here, a base open situation. Now, not a time when you'd really pitch around Braun right here, but I think this will let us know how the rest of the series is going to play out.
Here's the first pitch. And a check swing. He did go. It's a strike. On a slider in the dirt. Well, Montero had come out to have a word with Delgado. Who knows what he said, but perhaps he said, hey, all is done. Let's just go and try to get this guy out.
I think you're right.
Gennett leading from 2nd. Here's the 0-1 pitch. And he missed outside. 1 ball, 1 strike. Incidentally, after this 3-hit night, Gennett's average up to .306. Which still isn't even as good as he hit last year. Here's the 1-1 pitch. Swinging a foul back. 1-2. He's been off. I mean, we talked about it last night. You really opened my eyes. I think I kind of overlooked a little bit. I mean, he is on a hot streak right now to get that average up, but Gennett has really flourished over this last week or so as the leadoff hitter. But it's pretty much the same stuff we've been seeing now for the last, I guess, about a year now.
Well, he's hit ever since he's come up. Ever since the second time he's been called up for good, he's really just hit. And against right-handers this year, his OPS is approaching 900 now, which is all-star caliber
for a second baseman. He's leading from 2nd. With 1 out, 1-2 to Braun. Delgado delivers. Swinging a foul back. Trying to pick up an important Badger Mutual Insurance run here. Brewers scoring 5 times in the 7th. Capped by a grand slam by Jonathan Lucroy. He's on deck. Now the set. And the 1-2 pitch. Down and away. And it's 2 balls and 2 strikes.
And the great thing about Scooter doing a good job in the leadoff spot is that when you get Carlos Gomez back in the lineup, Ron Renicky can put Gomez back in that 4 hole.
2-2, swing and a miss. Good slider in underneath the hands of Braun. He strikes out for the second out. Jonathan Lucroy is coming up.
And it just gives that lineup that much more length and that much more depth.
Here's Lucroy bidding for his first career 3 home run game and trying to extend the Brewers' 7-4 lead. He homered in the 6th inning and hit a grand slam to center in the 7th. Here's the pitch and a strike in there. Lucroy now back up to 341. He is in some rare air offensively among catchers all time. Here's the 0-1 pitch, and it's in the dirt. Montero stops it. 1 ball, 1 strike. Craig, the other day I looked it up, and the numbers may not be exact right now, but his slash line of hitting 341 and on base over 400 and a slugging now well over 500. There's been literally you can count on 2 hands the amount of catchers who have had a season like that in the history of the game. And Lucroy is having that season. Here's the 1-1, swinging a foul back, and it's 1 ball, 2 strikes.
Well, there's no, we're 70 games into the season, but if you would stop the season today, you have to talk about Jonathan Lucroy for MVP.
It's funny to say that, but you're right on. I mean, again, catchers wear down as the year goes on. We know that. Very few catchers have won a batting title. But if it ended today, especially after the night he's had, I mean, watching him night in and night out, and this is no disrespect to any of the other Brewers hitters, but he seems to be the guy that almost always gets that big hit when the Brewers need it most. An MVP, a 1-2 pitch, check swing, and he misses. It's 2 balls and 2 strikes. And case in point again here tonight.
Well, I think what's great about Jonathan is that we've seen every year as a hitter, we've seen him get a little bit better. And we've seen him get a little bit better as a catcher defensively. So each year he's making a small improvement. And that small improvement's cumulative effect has taken him to a really elite player.
The pitch, and it's low. 3-2. Lucroy 3 out of 4 tonight. Trying to close in on the batting title lead. He doesn't even care about any of that stuff either. He wants a W, and that's it. Got Jeanette on at second with 2 outs. Now the set and the 3-2 pitch. Swinging a foul right back. And the 9th inning of a game, Lucroy putting together a long at bat, knowing that this one is not necessarily secured yet. 19 times has a Brewer hit 3 home runs in a game. Ryan Braun has done it twice. Here's the 3-2 pitch. Swinging a foul right back again. Only player to do it 3 times is Ben Ogilvy. Delgado comes set. Here's the 9th pitch of the at-bat. And a swing and a miss. He struck him out. Good slider down and away. Lucroy battles, but Delgado ends up striking out the side, and that ends the inning. Bottom of the 9th coming up. Kieschnick, the pitcher spot, and Gregorius due up for Arizona. Brewers leading it 7-4. K-Rod comes set. And the first pitch. And it's outside, ball 1. Last saw Rodriguez pitch on Saturday. A save opportunity, preserving the Brewers' 4-2 win against Cincinnati. Here's the 1-0. Swinging a deep drive to right center, and no doubt about this one. Kieschnick hits his first home run as a Diamondback into the pool in right center. Arizona has pulled to within 7-5. That's his first career home run. And the Diamondbacks make this a 2-run game.
Just a fastball up out over the plate. Kieschnick put a good swing on it.
And now Cody Ross will pinch hit for Randall Delgado. Ross at 192. He's 2 for 11 as a pinch hitter. A couple of home runs. 1 home run, I beg your pardon. And the first pitch. And that's low, ball 1. Delgado went 2 innings. Gave up a hit, no runs, no walks. He struck out 5 Brewers.
And as you look at the rest of this inning, you see Ross here pinch hitting for the pitcher, but you see Paul Goldschmidt spots 3 hitters away, and that's the spot you don't want to get to.
1-0. Swinging a rocket into left, a base hit. And the Diamondbacks will bring the tying run to the plate. Gregorius is coming up. K-Rod leads all of baseball with 21 saves. But these Diamondbacks, say what you will, they've got a pretty good offense, and they're tough to put away. Here's the set by K-Rod. And the first pitch. And it's in for a strike. Gregorius 0 for 3, hit with the pitch. And unless they get a double play ball or something of that nature, Goldschmidt will come up here in this 9th inning. Here's the 0-1 pitch. Swing and a miss.
Good changeup by Rodriguez there.
We agree. 2 strikes. That fastball is about 90 these days, but that changeup is outstanding. Here's the 0-2 pitch. Swing and a miss. He struck him out. Win again with the changeup. And Gregorius strikes out for out number 1.
Frankie's left a couple fastballs up tonight, but 2 excellent changeups. Down, tumbling out of the strike zone. The great thing about Frankie for me is that he came up with this great slider. You know, when he was with the Angels, he had this unhittable slider, and he's really remade himself into this guy with this great changeup.
Yeah, talking about, he used to be this guy throwing real hard with that slider, and he's just as effective. Here's the pitch. Parra lines a base hit into center field. Ross stops at second, and Paul Goldschmidt's coming out. He is the winning run for Arizona. Goldschmidt, one of the best hitters in all of baseball. Tonight he's walked 3 times and flat out. First and second with 1 out in the 9th. Brewers leading 7-5. K-Rod delivers. And strike 1. Got the curveball over. They're sent by Rodriguez. Here's the 0-1. Swing and a miss. Just kind of snuck a changeup by him. It's 0-2. I don't think you can really say that usually. But
it looked like he was sitting. He was almost late on the changeup.
He comes with all those arms and legs, and then that ball just kind of coughs on its way out of his hands. 2 strikes the count. First and second, 1 out for Arizona. A run in on a home run by Kieschnick. Roger Kieschnick called up yesterday. Led off this inning with his first major league home run. Ross and Parra have singled. 1 out. 0-2 to Goldschmidt. And the pitch from Rodriguez. Just missed low. 1-2.
Well, that's a good pitch. Just low. Wow, we would have liked to get that one.
Somewhere Madonna starts singing one of her favorite tunes. Two on, 1 out. Here's the 1-2 pitch. Swing and a miss. Hey, struck him out. And K-Rod gets a big second out here in this 9th inning.
Well, he went with the changeup again, and he makes that ball look like a strike, and he just, as changeups do, pulls the string, and it falls out of the strike zone. Big strikeout to get the dangerous Goldschmidt.
Not out of the woods yet, though. Here's Miguel Montero. 1 out of 4. Run scoring single back in the first. The lefty batter with 2 on and 2 out. Brewers lead by 2 in the 9th. K-Rod delivers. Swing and a soft ground ball to first. Reynolds has it, and he'll touch the bag for the out. The ball game is over, and the Brewers have beaten the Diamondbacks. K-Rod gets his major league leading 22nd save, and the Brewers have won the first 2 games of this series. Tonight, the final. Brewers 7, Diamondbacks 5. Back in a moment here on the Brewers Radio Network. Wisconsin, Milwaukee, and American Family Insurance. And for the victorious Brewers tonight, 7 runs on 11 hits, 1 error, 5 left. The Brewers are now 43 and 29. They'll stay 3.5 games ahead of St. Louis, who wins tonight. For Arizona, 5 runs on 7 hits, an error, and 8 left on. The Diamondbacks are now 30 and 44. Home runs in the game tonight, 3 for the Brewers. Aramis Ramirez, a solo home run in the second off Bolsinger. That was his 8th. Jonathan Lucroy led off the 6th inning with his 7th home run off Bolsinger. And that was his 7th. And then the big grand slam, that coming off Brad Ziegler in the 7th. That was Lucroy's 8th home run. And for Arizona, Roger Kieschnick with his first major league home run. That led off the 9th off of Francisco Rodriguez. Winning pitcher is Kyle Loesch. He improves to 8-2. The loss goes to Evan Marshall. He falls to 2-2. And K-Rod with his major league leading 22nd save. Time of the game, 2 hours, 52 minutes before a crowd of 18,148. And Craig, it's time now for our Chevrolet Star of the Game. I know you've been poring over the box score to try to figure out who you'd go with. Who do you have for us tonight?
Let's go Jonathan Lucroy.
Oh, okay. Yeah, that sounds good. I'd go with that. 2
home runs and a huge grand slam in the 7th, in the 5-run Brewers 7th. And 3 hits on the night for Jonathan. Another big night.
And he is our Chevrolet star of the game. Chevrolet, official sponsor of the Brewers. Well, join us again tomorrow. Brewers have won 2 in a row on this road trip, trying to make it 3 straight. And we'll have the Marshfield Clinic pregame show for you at 8:05. First pitch at 8:40. Matt Garza is going to go for the Crew. He'll oppose Diamondbacks lefty Wade Miley. And until then, thanks again to our producer-engineer Kent Sommerfeld, and for Craig Counsell. My name is Joe Block, inviting you to stay tuned for the TravelWisconsin.com postgame show. Again, the final score tonight from Chase Field, it was the Brewers 7 and Arizona 5. So long and good night from Phoenix. This has been a presentation of the Brewers Radio Network.